So definitely no shortage of work to do out here. Right now working on this creek, and you can see, well, let me go this way. So up here, we're kind of creating the road coming down, and we're trying to make a road here to go over this creek. So Pete's working on building this culvert, making sure that we can cross over here. So lots of work clearing this land. So big muddy mess right here. You can see this culvert here going over. So nice big road here. We have about, let me get out of his way. We have about, I guess probably about 25 acres that goes back that way. So we're going to be doing a lot of clearing, building a garage back there. And so we really need to have access to get across this creek. So thank goodness for his skill, because I couldn't do that. Kevin up there in the UTV. Pete taking down all these trees. I'm gonna come on this side a little bit and show you this other side. So, ooh, slippery. So yesterday, they blocked this water with like a dam that they had built, and then had a pump and a hose that they were using to kind of divert the water around. That way they could get that culvert put in, and then just a lot of dirt work, and then adding a lot of stone and stuff around there to stabilize it. And then again, lots of tree cleanup. You can see we got a lot of dead trees there too. So 41 acres that hasn't really been maintained in any kind of way for a very long time. So it'd be awesome. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the stakes in this view here. We kind of staked out where the house is going to be a little bit. Coming up this hill, so Pete's behind me working on that. And then up this way is just part of our driveway. And so the driveway will come down this way. There'll actually be a turnaround that'll come up here to where the house is going to be, up on the top of this hill. And here's Reagan, her 8-year-old, living her best life. Kevin being a good brother, following her around, making sure she's safe. Let's walk up here a little bit so you can kind of see this road. I'm gonna have chickens over here on that side. So the land that's cleared right here behind me is about 5 acres is cleared. The rest of it's pretty wooded. So we're working on thinning it out. We do have a beaver issue on this creek. And this creek the creek basically runs along this side of our property line down here. And it runs all the way into the back of the property, way back there, about 20 acres that way, to the river. But the beavers and the non-maintenance and just from trees falling and blocking the creek has really led to some backup. So we've got to clean that out. The guys are gonna use some tannerite and blow up some beaver dams, clear up some areas and try to get this water flowing again so that it's not flooding certain areas. This back pasture here, I really want to put my Highland cows, but I'm not going to be able to put them back there if it's too swampy, so we've got to clear that out. This is kind of where the kids are coming through right now on the quads. This will be like the entrance of our driveway, and it'll Y off and kind of curve a little bit. I don't want like a straight driveway to the house. And they're driving right there where Reagan is, where our trucks are. That's pretty much where the actual, let me see if you can see, this way, yeah. It's pretty much where the house is gonna sit. And then over on this side, we're gonna have kind of right where Reagan is, just a little bit further back, we're gonna have, that's where we're gonna have the main barn. And then over there yesterday, I was clearing out, I'll finish that video, but it was a mess. But that's where we're kind of raking up. We've been thinning a lot of that brush there. It's just so much undergrowth. So the Forestry Service had come in here like 15 years ago, and they pretty much cut everything down and planted a ton of pines, which is awesome. We love the pines, but it's and we're gonna keep as much as we can, but it's gotten so overgrown and the underbrush is so bad that you really can't even utilize a lot of the areas, so we have to clean it up to make it more usable space. So that's kind of that area there that I was working in yesterday, just kind of cleaning up the ground. He went through there with the brush hog and cleared a lot of that undergrowth and stuff, and so he's just working on that. So now you can kind of see these lower pastures. That's where we want to put the cows over here, and then the house will be kind of straight back this way.
I literally just almost ran over Daddy's steak, but I dodged it.
You did? Be careful.
What?
Be careful.
I was.
That's Reagan running over her dad's steaks. We have this massive burn pile pretty much right where our living room is going to be, but there's been a lot to cut down and pull out, and just trying to keep stuff burning. Plus it's February and freezing, so it's nice to have a fire when you're out here working. I'm just gonna walk you guys up this way a little bit. So the driveway up there, again, it'll come down, cut off of that driveway will go straight back across the property, but we'll have another driveway that comes down off of this one and kind of winds a little bit to make it more country like. We'll plant trees along it and everything, and pull up right here. This first part right here is one of the front corners of the house, and then over there by the burn pile's another corner. And these stakes are really hard to see with the color of the land right now, but the garage is offset a little bit towards the back. There's Kev. Making a video. Say hello. So this is basically we're walking kind of into the garage right now. Awesome. And then this will be our backyard. I'm gonna do like a big pavilion and stuff over there. Probably a pool at some point. Like I said, chickens are going to be all the way back there against that tree line. And then I'm going to do the vegetable garden down there, composting down there. But this is one of my favorite spots right here, because coming out of our back door, we'll walk down here, and Pete's come through here and brush hogged a little path, but obviously you can see how thick and dense a lot of this is. So we have a lot of work to do to clear a lot of this brush, but we do have this cool little path that he made for us. So for now, coming down this path, again, we'll get all this nice and cleaned up, but we had some really massive prints here in the ground the other day. So we put up some game cameras because we're dying to know what it was. But okay, so right here you can see, here's the creek. Pete's up there working. But this creek, oh my gosh, I just love this creek. I mean, it literally just wraps and winds all the way through our property. So if you can see, kind of twists its way down that way. Get through this brush here. So I'm just coming down this path. Here's a cool little spot that we're gonna really clean up. Put a nice bedding right here so that the kids, the nieces, nephews, friends can really play in the water right here in the summertime. Plant some nice things to keep erosion under control and clean up all this. A lot of this debris is from us making trails and paths for the machines to get through. But this creek is just so super cool. Just really super cool. This is just a temporary little road that we had made, mostly Pete. This one will actually be ripped out. We're gonna do a in this spot. We just needed something so we could get over the creek for now, to get some of the equipment over so that we could work on the main culvert, and so we could get the UTVs and the four-wheelers and stuff back here. But this creek just wraps and winds and twists. It needs a lot of cleanup. We're gonna do a walking trail here all along it, going down to the river. So it's definitely no small feat though, right? And normally, I know this water looks super mucky, but that's because Pete's up there working on that culvert, kind of stirring up that dirt a little bit. But this creek is really actually very clear. You can see right through it. It's beautiful. You can see a couple different paths and stuff that created lots of burn piles. Lots and lots of burn piles. All right, so that's a little tour. This little trail behind me will go up to our back porch. Definitely a lot of work. 41 acres of unmaintained land. It's not going to happen overnight, but we love it. This little oasis here that we're going to create. It might not look like much now, but it's going to be pretty awesome. All right, still looking for a name for our little farm that we're making, our own little homestead. Haven't been able to, really just find the one that jumped out to us yet. So if anybody has any ideas, you let us know. And thanks for sharing in our journey with us. Bye, y'all.